Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about lifestyle choices and some of the good things that happen when you start doing a regenerative grazing lifestyle. Not only is it good for you, the exercise. I mean, folks, I've been out here for 4 hours this morning. And if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be, sitting in the house reading or working on the computer or something. But, you really need to get out. And not only are animals healthier outside, I've been covering that lately. And most people agree. There's a few that don't. There's a few that thought, animals need to be in barns. And I don't think they lasted in barns and survived there for 10,000 years. They always lived outside, but I'm not going to get started on that. What I am going to get started on is animals are healthy when they get to be moved, period. And anybody that argues with me that they're not healthy, in other words, these animals are not in their environment, they need to be somewhere else. They shouldn't be moved, and they need to be up in a concrete pen, and you need to pack the feed to them. And we get talking about efficiency. Well, I'm sorry, but when you put cattle in tight up on concrete and steel and they don't have access to this anymore, I'm sorry. Those animals aren't healthy, they're not happy, and I'm not happy. I want my animals to be happy. And so the land is healthy, those critters are healthy. I'm out here working on the land, so I'm getting a good cardiovascular workout every day. And I get it. Some folks say, well, I wish I'd have known about what you're doing, Greg, when I was, before I got to 60 or 65. And I'm like, now come on. Don't give up on life. That's a cop-out. That's what that is. It's just a cop-out. Get up and straighten your pants up, tighten your belt up, and get out and do something. Whether it's working for another farmer doing this, or getting you a little piece of ground and doing it with sheep or cattle or whatever, but you need to get out and do this, folks. It's good for you. I know a lot of people I used to work with in town, and they're no longer with us. And that's because they didn't do anything. All they did was work, and they went home, they sat in the recliner, and they died. That's right, most of them died. Within 5 years of retiring, most of them were dead. And I always thought, well, that's a heck of a thing to look forward to. Your golden years, you work your whole life, and you just go home and die. You only live one time. Get out and enjoy it. Get out in the sunlight. If you're behind a cubicle every day and it's tearing you to pieces, well, then stop it. Stop it. I did. I sat behind a computer at work the last 20 years. First 10 years I worked in the factory. The second 20 years I was in the office, working in research, worked in it, running a big generator, blowing things up. But there was a lot of computer work to it. And it wasn't doing this. I wasn't outside. And I really believe that if a person, just expose your body to the sun, or just getting outside in the elements, this is good stuff. It's therapeutic. That's what it is. And I can remember when I used to get off work, folks, when I worked in town, I had this pressure on my chest. I had a very stressful job at the end. I could kill people if I wasn't watching what I was doing with that big generator. I could produce 75,000 amps, okay? Yep, that's right. It only takes a half amp to kill you. I could produce 75,000 of them. So I had to watch what I was doing. And, there was a couple close calls where people got where they shouldn't have been, went over safety tapes and stuff like that. And you don't forget about stuff like that, but it's very stressful. This, look how idyllic this is. I mean, the animals are out on the landscape. I'm out on the landscape. I'm in sun. I don't think people were designed to be inside all day. I really don't. And is that the cause of some of the crazy things that we see happening today? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. But it might be. I don't think we're meant to be inside four walls all the time. We need to be outside like these critters are. Them some happy critters right there, aren't you all? Keep coming up, check me out. Aren't you? That's what it's about. So I guess where I'm going with that is, regenerative grazing, again, I call it the three goods. It's good for the land, it's good for the animals, and it's good for us. And I left out one more good one. It's also really good for your local community and your environment when you can produce healthy food. You know where it came from, and it doesn't have, 3,000 miles of rubber underneath it getting it to the consumer. It's right here. Feed your local communities, folks. We can do this thing. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day out here on this beautiful landscape that I'm so thankful to be a part of. And I thank God every day that I can do this. And for those of y'all that want to do it, start. That's all I can say. Just start. And a really good place to start is learning from someone that's already doing it. And I didn't plan to give this plug, but I think it's a good one. Those of y'all don't know anything about grazing, well, we got one coming up. And that's in May, first week of May. Ian and I will be doing our grazing school here at Green Pastures Farm. And it's a good place to come and learn all the ABCs of regenerative grazing. So anyway, y'all have a good one, and we're going to see y'all down the road.